This week's video is brought to you from the interior of my car, going at approximately 55 miles an hour. I love music. I've always loved music. My family has always really encouraged my brother and I to play instruments and to sing and be active in the performing arts. The summer before 5th grade, I started playing the oboe, and during my freshman year of high school, I picked up the saxophone, which is what I still play today as a music performance major in college. I think my love of Disney really took off when I was around 4 years old. Like music, Disney has always been a huge part of my life. My parents went to Walt Disney World before they met. They went after they met. They went there on their honeymoon, and when I was 15 months old, they took me on my first trip. So Disney has been a love of mine as long as I can remember. When I was 4 though, the Millennium Celebration started at Epcot. I remember taking pictures for Leave a Legacy. I remember the giant 2000 on top of Spaceship Earth. I remember the puppets in the Tapestry of Nations parade that were way taller than I was. I remember this one time one of the puppet masters stopped and reached down with the puppet to shake my hand, and I was terrified, so I hid behind my dad, but the puppet master waited a minute, and by the time I finally reached out to shake the puppet's hand, I didn't stop talking about it for the rest of the night. But what really had an impact on me was Illumination's Reflections of Earth. We had this tape with the music from the show on it that my parents would put on anytime we drove somewhere, even if it was just the 5 minutes to town. And we still have the original tape, but I'm pretty sure that I listened to it so many times that it's long since worn out and we had to upgrade to a CD. I think Illuminations became even more important to me as time went on though. A year ago, I had the opportunity to fulfill a lifelong dream and march down Main Street, USA with my high school band. I had lobbied for years for a Walt Disney World trip for the group, and by the time my senior year rolled around, I didn't think it was going to happen. But we auditioned in the spring of my senior year, and we were accepted by Disney Performing Arts to perform in the Magic Kingdom in June of 2014, which happened to be the summer after my freshman year of college. Of course, I was able to come back for that trip, and I helped lead the high school band as one of 2 drum majors down Main Street, USA, but that experience also inspired a love of Disney in one of my best friends. For months leading up to the band trip, she listened to Illuminations every single day, until I'm pretty sure she knew it better than I did. And she told me before we left that the one thing she absolutely had to see at Walt Disney World was Illuminations Reflections of Earth. And it was on our schedule, but by the time we got to Epcot on our last night, it was pouring rain. And Illuminations kept getting delayed, and it kept raining and raining. And I distinctly remember sitting with my brother and my 2 best friends on the bridge by Mexico, and we would just keep going and trying to use the force and kept saying, stop raining, over and over again. And it did. And we got to see Illuminations, and now it's a love that we happily share. The music of the Disney parks from all across the world, the Millennium Celebrations and Illuminations included, has inspired me every single day, whether it be in the practice rooms, in a music theory class, or out on stage performing. I definitely still listen to Illuminations on a regular basis, sometimes when I'm happy, sometimes when I'm sad, sometimes when I'm angry, and most certainly when I'm driving somewhere. My name is Lizzie, and that's when it started for me. Thanks everyone for tuning into this week's video. I've been working on this one for quite a while, and I finally got around to filming it. Obviously, as it's inspired by the current D23 campaign for when your love of Disney started. And don't forget to share when it all started for you. Until next week, have a magical day.